for the world, think about it. Cause if you slip, I'm gonna fall on top of your girl. What I'm involved with is deeper than the Masons, baby, baby, and it ain't no secret. My family's from Cuba, but I'm an American idol, getting money like secrets. Put it on my life, baby. I make it feel right, baby. Can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight, darling. Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good tonight. Cause we might not get tomorrow.
Tonight, I will love on you tonight. Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight.
What they say, oh, girls, nothing is enough tonight.
Let's do it tonight.
I want you.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight. Give me everything tonight.
Excuse me, and I might drink a little more than I should tonight. And I might take you home with me if I could tonight. And baby, I'ma make you feel so good.
Radio silence. Keep on low, locked up, writing a cell phone, waiting for closure. Break the spell and break that silence. Are we walking in circles? Cause the rhythm feels up and I get this break the spell and hold me close and say it's everything you wanted. I keep crashing to the ground whenever I think it's over. And I keep on living
reaching out for something that's familiar. 'Cause lately you've been giving me up. You know I feel I'm in a bed with a stranger. We're a million miles away from our love. We don't touch unless we fight. Only kiss, but it's a lie. I hate the way that we try to love. We don't talk, we only bite. Show our teeth to prove who's right. I hate that I still love you so much. I can't just give it up, no matter how much we fuss. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend. Even when you let me down, I'm still sticking around. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend. Breathing in your air, but this will kill ya. Kissing signals I don't know how to read. Wishing I could see what's in your mirror. Then I would know just where we started to bleed. We don't touch unless we fight. Only kiss, but it's a lie. I hate the way that we try to love. We don't talk, we only bite. Show our teeth to prove who's right. I hate that I still love you so much. I can't just give it up, no matter how much we fuss. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend. Even when you let me down, I'm still sticking around. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend. I can't just give it up, no matter how much we fuss. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend. Even when you let me down, I'm still sticking around. 'Cause you already know you're my best friend.
I want a good life, filled with highlights. And I want someone like you. I want paradise with the sunset. If I could only be with you. 'Cause I would wait 1,000 years to be next to you. 'Cause I'm not whole until you're here with me. 1,000 years. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. 'Cause I'm not whole until you're here with me. 1,000 years. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la.
just go. Stuck in the moment, so lost in the flow. There's something in the night air, rain on me, I swear. Whoa, oh, oh, and the afterglow, touching on me right there, rushing like a love affair. Whoa, oh, oh, the afterglow. I think that I should go till you slow and bring me back to shore. Cut the bullshit and let it go. Just go. Stuck in the moment, so lost in the flow. There's something in the night air, rain on me, I swear. Whoa, oh, oh, and the afterglow, touching on me right there, rushing like a love affair. Whoa, oh, oh, the afterglow.
Cause you're tired, cover you as you decide. When you fall asleep inside my arms, may not have the fancy things, but I'll give you everything.
Come out, Virginia, don't let me wait. You Catholic girls start much too late. Oh, but sooner or later it comes down to fate. I might as well be the one. Well, they showed you a statue, told you to pray. They built you a temple and locked you away. Ah, but they never told you the price that you pay for the things that you might have done. Only the good die young. That's what I said. Only the good die young. Only the good die young. You might have heard I run with a dangerous crowd. We ain't too pretty, we ain't too proud. We might be laughing a bit too loud. Oh, but that never hurt no one. So come on, Virginia, show me a sign. Send up a signal, I'll throw you the line. Stained glass curtains behind.
No band speaking up, tennis so heavy, can pick it up. Came with the gang, myriad. I see you with hilarious. Where's my root mysterious?
What's up, team? How we doing? Whew! A little bit slower today so far. Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. And SHPH is coming right on down to this top little area. Oh, did it not clip it? I don't know if it clipped it right away. Oh, it got so close to clipping it. I know it was going to hit close to that in the 9 EMA right there. There's your pullback on SHPH, but we really have two stocks to watch. I see. Do you see what I see? I'm waiting for it to squeeze. I don't know, Sussy. It's either way. We don't know. I don't really care either way. That was one of the reasons I was laughing a second ago with Sussy. Was Alex was like, and the answer is yes. It just reminded me of Celebrity Family Feud on like Alex Vaughn. That would be like for sure either Burt Reynolds or probably even most likely Sean Connery saying the answer is yes. It's so funny. I was like, that's hilarious. So I don't really know, Sussy, and I'm just saying that's why when you say it's getting tight as it can in this wedge, it can go either way. So we can break the downshift and squeeze up to say $15, etc. up, or we can crack the trend line, crack the shelf right here in the bottom part of it and it goes down. So Either way, so I thought that was hilarious. So it reminded me of Celebrity Family Feud back in the day. What's up, though, Renard? And then, of course, then you see Jimmy Fallon, who was definitely, I'm sure, a part of a few of those skits. Who was the guy he always played? I don't know why I'm handing out thumbs up. Who is that? It's like some imposters taking over today. He'd always play, God, who was the guy Jimmy Fallon always played? Anyway, those are the good days. Those were the good old days. That's when it was still great. Geek Bomb, how we doing? J-Dubs, what's how? Hopefully everyone had a great Labor Day weekend, too. Hopefully it was on top of another hopefully. You got somewhere in there, you had a day off to enjoy time off, whether it was by yourself, friends, family, your pack members, and you got some good grub in. You know me, I felt like literally, I think it was it last night? I think it was last night. I felt like a monster, a big old fatty in bed. I was like, I've eaten so much food. I'm so full. Paula, how we doing? Where do you see the best bounce? So I'll put them in, Paula. That's why I don't know if you noticed those when I put those in live just a second ago. These to me are the best bounce areas. So when I put these lines in, they're kind of for you guys to use them as guidelines, essentially. So in my opinion, around for the VWAP-ish in this old area of what was once resistance at equal support, so 1440. And then I like this area, essentially 21. I just figured it'd come down a little lower. It's not. It's unfortunately really coming right off that freaking 9 EMA. Like, I love the 9 EMA. When a stock gets hot, it'll run right up off of it. So I prefer things a little bit lower, Paula. You know me, I'm Mr. Safety guy over here. The opposite of Fire Marshal Bill, who was Jim Carrey's character in Living Color. You get these riskier areas, and there's nothing right there that's telling you, ooh, let's get the bounce right off of what, 2165? There's really nothing there. I mean, I say it generally it was trying to come off this upper shadow right there at 21.5, we'll call it. We'll give it that, essentially, and that was your bounce area. My area was just a tad bit lower, and that's where my orders would have been at. So, as of right now, let this flag build up overall. Now that we've kind of come down and, found the bottom of this bull flag, it does not need to go below this. And if it does, then that's your bounce areas, in my opinion. Find one around below 20, which this can pull back. We've seen this pull back heavy, say from 21 down to finding a basics at 16, then moving back up to new high of day at 25. That's a $5 pullback, right? That's a pretty big chunk of change. So we get a $25, touch, and so we get a high of day of 25. We could see a pullback down to this area, is my opinion. So don't be surprised if we don't and still see a good bounce play there. Now, otherwise, where else would be a good area? And it's, of course, now a nice good rule of thumb. We know that every $5 after about 15 becomes a good, strong resistance area. It becomes more than every dollar, yeah, but really more so every $5 now. So 25 is one of them. It's that first big line of resistance over 20. We all know that. If we get over 25, push up to 20, we're anywhere over 25, we know this will be our best bounce opportunity from there. Good to go. We good to go. We good to go. All good here. All right. Oh, it's the guy from. God, I still can't remember that guy's name that he plays, but I know who the guy. Like I remember the guy's face now. Who Jimmy Fallon played on. It just hit me. Celebrity Family feels like who's that guy I was with? I've been shorting IC since 15. It's like watching paint and dry. Yeah, I'm sure this one reminds me of. Was it Hitch? No. HC, no, it wasn't this one. What was the one we shorted that was Hitch? I kept calling it Hitch, and it was like watching paint dry. What was that ticker team? Boy, it was so slow, too, and I got into it one day during lunch hours with you guys. We're going to have those at time. Definitely here lately, that volume is just completely in this wedge, as you can see. We're going to see to get the same effect in that wedge. Fitch. It was Fitch. That's right, it was Fitch. Or even Finchy. I think Finchy was another slow one. Was Finchy a slow one? I think Finchy, I don't know, I don't think it was FTCH, because I wanted Finchy, but it was Fetch. But yes, this was it. Thank you, SMG. I was like, which one was it? Which one? It was super slow, and it just happens. You're going to have those every once in a while. I think we're good. Okay, cool. And and honestly, it's kind of not a bad stock to bring up with what I love seeing in setups. Me, I love seeing these trend line cracks overall, team. So FTCA, and if you're going to ask, and if you are, that of course I haven't been around, so I figured you probably know, but I have not traded today at all. So if you are asking, no, I have not traded. I've just been sitting on my tish in there enjoying, life, kind of really in a food coma. I will say, if this cracks this trend line though right here, watch this trend line crack. This would be probably a good short opportunity below 15. It's going to be a slow mover, though. Nothing I want to sit in. Not my first trade of the week for sure. Trading with you guys on Friday, my first trade of the month, remember? Because Thursday I did options, so Friday was my first trade of the month, and it was just one with you guys. That was another slow one, too. What was that one? It was just God, what was that on Friday that was moving now, team? What did we trade on Friday? Now I can't. I mean, I have to go back. What was that we traded on Friday? Not PLTR. What was it we traded on Friday? What was it? Was it Holly? Was it Holly on Friday? I think it was Holly on Friday, wasn't it? That's right. I was talking some sweet love to Holly. I was trying to look at my order history right here on Thinkorswim. I was like, it was Holly. Because it just would never die, and then it finally died out later in the day. Because y'all thought, and even myself thought it would kind of crack back below 19 to this low 18 area, and or I say low, but that too low of day area at the round 18 mark, and it just never did. The better short. It was Max coming over in pre-market on Friday. If y'all do remember, Deck didn't go live and join his it would end up being a 4-day weekend for him. Kudos, much needed and deserved. Were all these shelf cracks in pre-market that just dumped down to that, and then the short we got in, finally, you can tell right there, cracked back a little bit for us there. Love going back over plays and seeing how they really kind of spell out throughout the next few days after I stop watching them. Sniz still. I wish Zip Dog was around. It'll be in any day. Hopefully, just still like I said, I'll look up I can order. Essentially the order history will update on my tracking. They give you a tracking link to use. Sorry, Aver's in the other room, so I don't want to be too loud. SHPH, so by the way, new high of day. SHPH, new high of day. But yeah, it's still sitting over. And here comes, so your next best bounce. Here you go. And here's that downtrend break. Or, of course, I almost said this to you, Paula. I just don't feel like buying breakouts because you mentioned bounce. It's really just a breakout over 25. When this breaks through that downtrend or 25, you're going to get a nice big move like this from SHPH. So SHPH, honestly, if there is a trade to be had, to me during lunch hours, it's going to be a little bit more so with SHPH. I see you just sit here and wait, and eventually it's going to crack. And it looks like it could be cracking right now. We could be getting the opposite moves to either side here. From these two tickers. But anyway, still sitting over there. I got approved on Friday. I don't know if you're around, but I said that on Friday, or I think it was maybe Thursday. Got approved. We got approved end of last week for expedited delivery, which they've never been approved for that before. So one of those things where hopefully they will get it soon. They were able during when COVID first started, we could go over there and pick it up, but then people were going over there and stealing stuff and messing stuff up bad, and like anyone, you ruin the system. So we've just got to wait for the truck to bring it in. Thoughts on Lulu real quickly, J-Dubs. So yeah, very, very sad. Very just patient game coming in. My Razorbacks won on Saturday, and another another game coming up, South Carolina. Look forward to that. College football back, right? I know a lot of us are intrigued in this. Broncos Monday Night Football. I feel like I need to stop talking solo now, but I feel like I was talking solo because of her in the other room. But yeah, anyway, not yet. Any day now. It's just kind of like the last one when it comes in. That's one kind of cool thing. It is an ultimate surprise, and I'm sure J-Dubs, because you know how much I preach this, that trend line crack. That is a gorgeous trend line, and it has cracked. But we do see this shelf that has formed right below it. Old resistance equals new support at 25 or 325.10. So when that shelf cracks, that's your short op right there, boss. You're just out in a channel right now. It's a top resistance right around 326.45, 326.50 if you want to call it that. Yes, ultimate top resistance if you do want to for surely go up that high is where that upper shadow is. You can see where most of the fail zone's at. Watch it probably even fail here in a moment. It's going to be around the 326.50 mark. So you want that to crack back below this 325. 325 you want right on the bottom is going to be 325.10 mark. When it cracks under 325.10, you're going to see a nice pullback to probably a full dollar, possibly even lower. I would say just watch for these shelves that are built in. Here's an old resistance equals new support, old resistance equals new support. Then you really can start cracking back from there because there's not a lot built in after that. That fell right at the top right there. See, that's why we know these areas. Yes, that upper shadow's there, but know what the true resistance is. Find the true fail zone, team. That's going to be your key to success. All right, what else we got here? You have VWAP at 1375. What's up, J-Bar, for the VWAP? What's up, though? Paul, CJ, Alex Vaughn, J-Dubs, Kalante, Paul coming over Ascension, Sniz and Nata. But Sniz, hopefully you heard that, Sniz. Sniz update. Are you around, Sniz? Did you hear me, Sniz? Did I talk too low? Did I do too much ASMR or whatever it's called? CJ, yeah, a lot of you Gator fans. That was a big win. I know Sky Chimp's still around. That was a big one for you Gator fans. That was, beating Utah. I like the coach though. Your coach kind of reminds me, of Pittman, where you can gather. But that's the thing. Players want to unite, especially the world we live in anymore. You got to unite those younger kids. You're teaching a lot of different mindsets these days. Where back in the day, everyone knew, well, coach is going to be an a-hole. Just think of anyone that's older. Like if you've seen Varsity Blues, is my point. You kind of understand that's just how it was. Okay, here's what we got to put up with. Here's what's going to happen. And now it's kind of, that just isn't how it is anymore. What's up, Jabbar? Active Trader, how we doing, J-Dubs? There you go. I told you, here you go, J-Dubs. I'm thinking you're wanting to go short there, if I'm not mistaken, JW. I just want to make sure, because I always go short. That's why I try to learn my traders. That way I know which area to alert for right off the bat. Oh, Active Trader, what's up? Because it is Tuesday. Crazy thing. I remember then when I barely was in and out of chat, heard Deck say that. I'm like, yeah, this week's going to fly by. It's going to be Wednesday before. It is. Essentially be Wednesday before we know it. Oh yeah, the one thing I was unhappy about was the just wondering if it was sitting over, because again, any other vehicle, no offense, but just an ordinary average, which anyone should be hey, that I'm spending $30,000-$40,000 on it, but this is an $85,000 $90,000 vehicle. It's top of the line that Jeep's ever done for the most part, and I just was thinking, like, this is out in the sun, getting rained on, bird pooped on, maybe hail potentially, you know what I mean? Like there's no. Yeah, I was like, that's the only thing I was worried about at first, and so that's when they called and got a hold of, it's like, no, you're good, they're going to expedite it. It's like, quit worrying. I was like, I was fine, I've been fine, but it's been 9 months, and the patience that I really truly do have. What's up, J-Dubs? Awesome, Boston. I figured you were going short. So anyway, any day, it'll be like a surprise, especially to her. I honestly like, the longer it's kind of just the longer it's waited now, because I thought I should have already had it. Now I'm just kind of like, whatever, back to kind of like, not like in July where I'm just knowing, hey, it's not, it's not coming in, and as of right now. I know I've got a while, or maybe, who knows, but yeah, it should be point being, should be any day, because the last update, it said like the 13th, which is a week from today, I think. So, which hopefully they've even updated since then, being it's on the expedited. Here you go, J-Dubs. Here's your short op. And again, J-Dubs, area 30 or 324.10. Then underneath that, I would go 323.45, 323.50. Underneath that, somewhere, I think that'll be the area, the 323-ish area right here with that upper shadow meeting that lower shadow. And then you're really, like I said, going to start dumping below. There's your dollar move, though, already almost. Like I said, low was, what, 324.25. So essentially a dollar crack. Let's go back to... And we do have this little bit of an uptrend. Kind of reminds me of an old school video game. Fighting game. Right here, team. That's got a hold. And this M shape is starting to form. Now, again, like head and shoulders, we'll see those a little bit slanted, kind of look like a ghost effect to it, really. Same with M shapes. They don't have to be horizontal, like trend lines, right? We see shelf cracks all the time. Well, trend line crack, shelf crack, same thing. You're just moving that line. You're just doing this with it. This is an M shape. We crack back through this and this old 20, this will go the bounce. There goes your bounce there, Paul. If anyone did get the $25 bounce, hit it right on the dot. So there's that $25 bounce alert that I was talking about. You go above what was once resistance. It's a prime area of not only resistance and support, being a whole round full number at 25. Then you're going to, once you move above it, you can almost guarantee that's going to be a good bounce opportunity. So right now, you're up 80 plus cents. I'd be locking a lot of that up. Now definitely be locking some of that up. And there you go. There's a $1.80 bounce. I don't know if you got that, Paula, but hopefully, Paula, you can see from now on, those are the bounce plays I am looking for 100%. And by the way, I know you came over and I was letting just everyone vote to see if there's any extra votes. I'll see from the picture I took on Friday. I've left the poll open. What we did do on Friday, I did a giveaway. I ended up being super generous and doing because there were so many people. I'm always like that. I'm like, okay, I gave 3 away, but I keep all the, because there were a lot of answers on Friday too. So there, of course, deck wasn't going live, so I had a lot more people over here. Like, I want to give I'm unfortunately like Oprah, and I'm like, you get one. We're going to do a live. I know I did give some freebies away. You can come over and do those one-on-one free sessions with me to, trade with me live, ask me questions, something that you can't even do here, because I can actually see you. It's more intimate because it's just me and you in a Zoom session. Trade live together, whatever it is you want to do. A lot of people obviously have questions that they don't ask in chat, that they want to ask because, hey, like everyone in life, you feel a little maybe humiliated, maybe ask in front of a ton of people, and maybe you just forget when you're going live, whatever it may be. But I am doing a group one, and so I felt bad for the ones that don't ever win anything. And so for once, this will be that one time where I'm gonna do a group Zoom session. And so I'm gonna do one in the morning where we all pretty much kind of look around. I'll try to trade together like we would here essentially, but you'll do it with me, and you can ask questions. A little like it's a Zoom. If anyone has questions while I'm looking at stuff or any ticker you want me to go over, any questions you have, anything about stock trading, and I'm gonna do an afternoon as well. So I'm not gonna be trading, but can go over. So if you want one that hey we kind of trade together, and I'll be kind of like teacher at first and saying shh, let me trade, and then we'll get questions in. But you can still ask questions. You know me, I'm definitely not one to say, hey, shut the hell up. That's just not me. But we'll do an afternoon one as well. I don't have the date set, but if you do want to join, just go over to my up top. You're going to see that there's still a poll going, and it says, would you want morning or afternoon for freebie? You have to at least pick one of them at this point because I took all the emails down last week. But if you want to add your name to the list, just go up top and add Queenie. Stop, please, honey. I know your mom is literally like, she's talking about me being tricked. My wife's so loud. I'm like, can you be a little more quiet? But go vote if you want a morning one or after power hour one. So I'm going to do one in the morning. We'll do like opening bell till around 10 a.m. So about an hour and a half we'll do for the morning. And then we'll do an hour, maybe even probably ends up being an hour and a half for the afternoon one. But go over, vote which one you'd rather do, and put your email in chat. So go over to the like right now, put it in chat. Say, hey, I wasn't here on Friday. I want to be a part of that. Here's my email. And if you want to, you can put morning or afternoon in there if you like. Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. Very much food filled, relaxing. J-Dubs, yeah, baby boy. Yeah, I love doing that. Love getting watching you get that Lulu right there. Is it still cracking back anymore? I know it cracked back a little bit. That'd be awesome. Okay, good. Got a little bit of a crack. Just watch that. Watch the downtrend too. If you're watching that, just watch this downtrend. Put that downtrend line in right there. Watch the downtrend. SHPH top stock to watch, at least in Penny World. We're rocking and rolling here, team. We are honestly rocking and rolling. Queenie, you're not going anywhere, boo-boo pants. You were seriously such a big baby. Queenie, come here. Queenie, come here. You're fine. You're fine, El Cabell. You're good. Queenie, you're a big old baby. Avia, what do we got here? Ascension, Avia. This is a previous runner. Nice little slow and steady mover. Nothing too crazy. I definitely put this one on watch. I had GCT on watch earlier. It's just a little bit too much of a slower mover. Nice uptrend though overall. Avia got to put a little bit of a trend line on it as well. Probably starting from back here, right in this here is what I'm betting. Yep, there we go. So there's your trend line, team. Overall for the day for Avia. Put your trend line in and traded Ascension. Any of those that do want to look at a little bit lower, slower play, smaller accounts. Come on, Queenie. Seriously, you are seriously such a baby for you. Loves her sister. She wants to always be with Beerus. It's hilarious. She loves Beerus. If you're looking for a pullback like we just did with SHPH, where would be looking for one at? SHPH would be right around in this area off the old resistance. What equals new support? You want to be a little bit better. Feeling confident wise that it's not going to crack through that area. Go a little bit lower like I always do. Go to $2. You get fill there at 2. The VWAP's right there to also hold you up. Go to the $2 area. If you want to go, hey, Snakeskin Randy, part of this play, feel like it still has the mob and volume bursting back into it. You want a micro pullback, whether it's a 10, 15 cent move or maybe it does explode to new high of day over it. Watch for this 215-ish area. 215 or so essentially is what you'd be looking for AVYA. Micro pullback, more of a traditional healthy pullback. I see slowly, as you can see, do you see slowly breaking this downtrend, still holding this 1460 mark, which in my opinion is like, wow, really? Still holding here. All right, see. So it needs to squeeze here soon over this $15 mark, or I could see another fell rejection back down to this 14.6 mark. Tony, I don't know who it is, Tony. I don't keep up with all the. I will say that even last week, I'm sure there's a game on Thursday. I'm like, you're talking about NFL Thursday night kickoff, like the NFL season opener essentially. Yeah, used to be way more inclined to it, but anymore, unless I get emails to cover the team, I'm like, man. Which usually it's going to be, I know who the team is. It's going to be the Cowboys. so unless the Cowboys are playing, I know my Broncos are playing, which is Monday Night Football. I think it's a great, good way to open. I'm glad they did that. Monday Night Football way to open the season. The Broncos versus the Seahawks. Russell Wilson playing his old team. Tony got the Rams and the Bills. I'm sure I'll put it on for a little bit. Kind of like, last night. Really wasn't watching the game, but hey, I'm out there smoking some meat. It's Labor Day. I don't care about Georgia Clemson Tech, but it's football. I'm gonna throw it on. Yeah, SHPH, that dip now is looking proud of y'all. I mean, that's why I was saying Paula anyone else interested. This is what I was talking about, Paula. Right on the dot. You know, I'd love to go back and record this and be like, whoa, now it's up $4+, but there you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. I alerted this for you. There is, that by far was the better dip. I mean, of course, this was the best dip. I mean, again, it was in a weird area, 2165-ish. What was that? Whatever that low was. But regardless, still a nice dip right here at that 25 mark. That's what we're looking for. That's what I look for. You know, again, haven't been doing it nearly as much. Just been concentrating, as you can completely tell, on shorting. We're slowly getting back to where I've been trusting, going a bit long a little bit more now. Not again 100% like I would in the past, because all I did in the past. But that was what I was looking for. You know, you can tell big time. Mob was in the play earlier. They left right here and did other plays, or just they were elsewhere, obviously. Boom, we get a downtrend break right here. You can see the downtrend. We break it. Mob is now back in. What do I generally say as a rule of thumb? If it moves back over into it and was there earlier, you're going to get 30-minute block. So if it's in it and it comes in it, you see it for 5-10 minutes, you can guarantee you're going to have it for 30 minutes. So that's I'm like, okay, I know I'm still golden. I know I'm in that 30-minute barrier right now. Let's look for a pullback at 25. Bada boom, bada bing. You know, and then, like I said, I would have been out. That high of day area, as soon as that hit that area with high of day, which is fine, I'm like, yes, perfect, I'm out. You know, I would not be holding it. That's fine. You know, I don't care about holding it. Oh, it's not it. So who cares? You know, I found the perfect area to get in. Yeah, K-Strick about them hogs. Well, nice win. Nice win. SEC looking good across the board. Felt bad for LSU. I don't know if you guys saw that at the end of the game on Sunday night. LSU, Florida State, real quickly. Just crazy. Even if you're not big into sports, this was pretty crazy. LSU, let's see, got them. They're going to take a punt, so essentially get the ball kicked to them. The guy fumbles it, gives it back to FSU. They're about to score, put the game out of reach. FSU then fumbles at like right before they score, like right there where you score, they fumble the ball back to LSU. LSU's got like a minute left. They go all the way down the field and score in that last minute. As time expires, they score the touchdown. You're going like, wow, what a crazy momentum shifting back, blah, blah, blah. All they got to do is kick the extra point, and they tie the game to at least, you know, go into overtime. I was even saying right there, and that's so funny, team. I wish I was recording it, but I couldn't go back because I felt like I'd be cheating and rewind. But live, I was literally saying, go for 2. You just got all that luck to get back in, and now you have the momentum. Don't even worry about it. I wouldn't even not even chance. Overtime, go for 2, go for the dub. Well, I probably should have, because they missed the extra point and they lost the game. That was pretty funny. But otherwise, yes, SEC's looking great. Obviously, as they always are. SEC's dominance. It's well bad for Deck. You know, Deck literally has like his Rangers, and that's it. He loves sports. I know he does, and he'd probably talk sports so much more, but he literally has, I mean, all his teams are just, I wouldn't say terrible, but they're just, because no college teams, which I noticed that too. You know, it's one thing kind of in the bigger cities and up north, you just don't get the college love. Team, I will say on SHPH, if this gets over 30, there's just really nothing holding it up. At least charting wise, this could run to that moving average, and also where it opened up at on Friday and collapsed, which is about 35. This really could start running some more. I'm very almost intrigued here to buy SHPH if we can explode and kind of start moving up here. I may look to get in here. You know, if we can move over 30, don't see a big collapse here, because you can tell we're battling 30 going up and down. We're trying to get over it here. This looks like this could take off to be really fun over lunch hours. Especially as of right now when there's nothing else moving. If you went for more of a little bit slower play, IC, I'm getting rid of IC for now. Y'all can just, I'm watching it. You can let me know when IC cracks, but I would say the main one to look for if you're looking for a little bit slower play is going to be Avia. If you want to look for a little bit smaller, slower, don't have to get, you know, crazy momentum out of this play, I would look for AVYA and a bounce play on it. 100% it was what I'd be looking for, a bounce play on AVYA. Again, the two areas you're looking for a quick dip and rips off that 215 area. Safer areas all the way down low close to 2. Another quick dip area is going to be, if you want to gather around the 213 mark again, is going to be around that 208 to 209 mark. Yeah, G. Calante, I'm like, I gave up on it. I'm like, I'm done watching that because it was just taking up charting it because there's nothing, it's just not moving. So I'm like, done. I'm just done with it. Done with her. Go, Bill. I wish, well, point being back to your Bills, Jim Bob. I wish the Broncos would have picked Josh Allen. My name's Joshua Allen. You know, I wish they would have picked Allen spelled differently, but still. They just haven't been able to. I'm glad we got Russell Wilson, but we just haven't been able to draft a quarterback. Not that a lot of people can. Obviously, as you see, it's not the easiest thing to do. But, man, definitely like the Bills, though. Kind of that second. I feel bad for you guys. That 4-year run y'all had in the 90s. I think a lot of sports fans have it out for the Bills just to have a little side soft spot for you guys. I see. I know you guys want this short, but my gosh, it's again. Watch for this. It still can squeeze. I just don't know. Let's go back to this. I'm sure you know. I have not seen it on that at least. I thought it was a bigger one. This hurts that. Nope, not, nothing to take offense. I love you guys. I love each and every one, even 1,000,000,000,000%. This right here kills that. When you get low volume, high flow, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Just know that. So I just want to put those two little things in your ear right here. Super high float, I should say. Super high float, super low volume right now for that higher float to get to moving. We'll get into a lesson again today, because it's a little bit slower overall. I know we've been hitting those up. Hopefully, again, you had a great weekend. There wasn't, nothing Friday afternoon that really moved for the most part. That's why there was no afternoon commentary on Friday. Deck cat off till Tuesday. Enjoyed his weekend. Kind of carried that over into Monday, you can tell a little bit. So overall, I know earlier today, I don't know what you guys were trading. I think SPY had, especially if you were doing puts, it was a great put to begin the day at the first almost hour-ish right after the opening bell. Then you break the downtrend right here, and then it was a great, call, So you could have went long then short, or I should say short then long right here within the first hour and a half of the day and had two great options. In the end, then we had the M shape take place. Double topped right here. Great short again. So, definitely some movement on the SPY. I would say since this last little shelf crack around, completing the bottom of that M around 391 through the VWAP, which you always love that you get more movement down, in my opinion, was the last good short. Now really just been stalemate since then. Tesla, for any of you Tesla traders, I would say if this gets back over this 275 mark, and we have been, and that's why I have not gotten in since this, and if I was going to, I told a lot of traders don't get in right out of the bat of this reverse split. Of course, even the market conditions we're in, wait for some sort of a pullback, and you could get some lower numbers. We're really starting to dip out and low out here on that 50-day EMA, moving average, not EMA, but 50-day moving average team, 50-day SMA, at around the 265 to 270 mark. You can tell right here recently, kind of bottoming out. So if we get back over, in my opinion, the 280 mark to 283-ish mark, that may have been that dip for a good gathering. Now, just for round one, I'm saying overall this could, especially with the SPY comes back down some more. In my opinion, if you're really looking for the best low area like I was with Amazon around 100, I would say Amazon's is going to be anywhere around 250, possibly up to 260. 250, 260 area. Nice J trades. Yeah, you gotta do that with those for sure. Unless it's something. I mean, how many miles you got? How many miles you put on that J trades? Is it something y'all drive a lot? Man, that's like 2 years old now too, isn't it? 3 years old probably. Crazy how time flies, man. Waiting any day to get my Jeep. Jeez, Jeep. What do you just? I know it's special and I can do anything in this darn thing. Avia, here comes your small little pullback team. It's slowly pulling on back. Now we'll go to SHPH. As I said, just having trouble at 30. You can count on these full round numbers team, especially every $5 to be pure resistance support areas. You saw 25 earlier, pure resistance pulled back, right? Same thing's going to happen at 30. I see that way more often when you move over 20. It's every $5 more so than it is every dollar that you see support or resistance more so. So I was making sure I had the lesson on here I wanted. Sweet. Yeah, Simpson definitely, you can see that carryover from last week. You know, that definitely has been carrying over 100%. I'll mark this as purple for now. 100%, yeah, definitely carrying over from last week, boss. J Trades, hold on, $150,000 or 150,000 miles? You put 150,000 miles on it? No way you put 150,000 miles on it. You put 150,000 miles on it. You just must be driving from East Coast to West Coast every day. Going as fast as you can, setting the world record. Here comes the pullback overall from SHPH team. So here comes your nice little pullback. So SHPH, here comes the pullback. I don't know if 28.75 is going to be the best bounce. I know you're looking for, say if you're looking for a bounce here. Generally, I like 28.75, and you can see there it is. There's a low, kind of coming off that area for a bounce play. Also has this little bit of a shelf right here, what was once resistance, trying to hold that up a little bit. To me, the best bounce play is going to be back down to this shelf. So you can see before these little, the green-red candle that gets formed, you know, of course, when we break above this one, you know, that would be the bounce area. To me, this is the better bounce area. So I'll come up with these support lines now, team. And you can see the 25, and you can see that I would say around 20 here. And there you go, right down to it on the dot. I would say 23 or 27.15 area. 20. Here we go, 27.10, 27.15. No, I think the bottom is actually 26.85. 26.85 is the bottom right here. So looking at a 1 minute time frame, you can see that a little bit better. Let's see if it doesn't. What did it hit off of? 26.85 right there. Hit 26.66. That's pretty much your bottoms right here, team. This and the trend line has to hold for the bounce back up. Not necessarily the trend so much. I could easily see this holding the channel, but right about right there at about 26.85 has to hold, or this is going to dump down through to 26. My phone boss, another one. Yes, I was like, yeah. I figured, man. I figured, dude. Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. I don't really ever drive. Like, even my Jeep, I've had my Jeep since 1st of March. So I've had mine since March 1st, essentially. I think it was March 1st from the dot when I got it. And I have less than 4,000 miles on my Jeep. Obviously, I don't go anywhere. I'm always here with you guys. I am your slave. You have control of me. You're my master. I would say the 24.90 mark is going to be your best area for a bounce play team. Again, if this gets over 30 and gets rocking and rolling a little bit more, some heat, again, before round two, it's really the last round. We just went $10 in a matter of almost an hour, a little less than an hour, actually. In about 50 minutes there, we went about, $10, from the breakout in this downtrend right here, going from right around 20, right below 20, all the way up above 30. So a nice $10 move here in an hour. What's what SHPH can do for sure. These newer IPO plays, the float's a lot smaller. Doesn't take a lot for these two get to moving, team. Man, we can almost turn this into the what'd you have for Labor Day, team? Did you have a hot dog? Did you have brats? Did you have cheeseburgers? Did you have some grilled chicken? You have some catfish? Did you have some clams? I know my boy clams and shrimps. I saw those from someone this weekend. Did you have some shrimp etouffee, J-Trays? Maybe have some kind of crawfish. That's probably kind of a little out of season right now. Trendline cracking this support at 26.85, 26.80 area team. This is the last little bit of line of support at around the $25 mark, or this is going to really start dumping off a little bit more. I will come back down to this area and put the last bit of support that was built in the bounce area right close to the VWAP now, just under 22. God, this thing's so finicky. It's annoying. J-Trade, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, we got some pretty good roads here in Arkansas. Ours are actually pretty good. Like, you know, they've been redoing them for like the last 87 years or so, I would say. Maybe it's been the last 78 years. I can't remember. But they're finally getting to nice, actually. They're really nice. Now, there are areas like we have in every state, but yeah, definitely, man. It's, I understand that. Yeah, because Avery, you know, she has to go, and she always would say that it's so funny. She's like, as soon as you hit that border, you know when you're in Texas, and you know when you go from Louisiana, and it's so funny when she goes over the border. She's like, immediately, it's like, whoa, what state am I in? I want to spend some of these monies to fix these potholes. Come on, guys. Man, IC just slow and steady. Avia's lost a lot of its steam overall team. I would say, again, if you're looking for a bounce play, I know it's slower, but still, you have two areas to look for. Your two gather areas are around I'd say 208, 209 to 213. Your best gather area down low for some more movement back up overall is going to be around 202, close to that VWAP. A lot of room to run still, it seems like, on Avia. I say room to run, but there still seems like there's a little bit left in Avia, whether it's the bounce play back down close to the VWAP, or it may not come as low, but I think there's still a little more movement left that we do get out of Avia. CG Calante, this IC just moved sideways because of that high flow. But yeah, then the volume, like I said, that volume just does not help it overall. You know, that volume. You know, you're now moving into I know it's a 3-minute time frame, but we're only at 94K right now in this 3-minute time frame. You know, essentially, you know, probably getting up to 100K soon. That's light. You know, that's not good volume. And then yeah, you kind of add that to Rooster, no ma'am. Then you add that to that 100+ million float. It just makes it a little bit harder to move. Makes it more of a monster. I'd say, yeah, the other one I think Deck talked about. Higher, I think Higher's done for the day. I really wouldn't worry about Higher. SPRO seems to be the better mover 100% of the two. If you're looking at a play, I would go with SPRO 100% over Higher. Higher just seems just about like IC, and its run's done, and I don't see too much from it for the rest of the day. Right here, your channel for SPRO. S-Pro would be, here's your bottom support. Here's your top resistance area, somewhere right about right there. Here's your channel you're working it out to the right as we've kind of popped in a new high of day over lunch hours. Or right, actually should say before lunch hours. So really I've been just working in this channel really since I've been going live for lunch. Nothing major. Crack that 115 VWAP area. Watch for a pullback. I will put this support line in right there. You know me, love the old resistance equals new support. That 105 mark is going to be your best op for a bounce back down below. Usually it seems like it's always a little bit differently, but I'd say right now in about 9 minutes. It seems like it's always about 1 p.m. Eastern time, so about an hour after I start going live is when they start happening. So give it like the next 10 minutes or so, as maybe we'll start seeing some love. Since Avia now has slowed down a little bit, I'll go to S-Pro just to see, and I know S-Pro's honestly slowed down as well. We'll go to S-Pro, but SHPH is going to be our, shrimp here, is going to be our top stock to watch. At least as of right now, being that, we moved that nice $10 chunk in about 45, 50 minutes or so. Trader One. I understand that, Trader One. Yeah, those plays, oh my gosh. That's why a lot of the time I try to do my best, and I'll sometimes forget to look at that float ahead of time and know if the volume is just not there, team. But I just won't save that move. It's not going to happen. It's annoying. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that. Like, come on already. Questions, comments, concerns, anything you have, let me know right now. Otherwise, hope you guys again had a great weekend. Nice to see you all back in chat from a sweet little 3-day. Again, even the 3-day weekend just seemed like they fly right on by. Now this week will fly right back on by. I know, man. I love some lunch bread. Got the shrimp gumbo, pan fried shrimp, deep fried shrimp, stir fried shrimp, pan seared shrimp. I could keep all. I mean, I could just eat. I love shrimp too. I could eat shrimp all day. There's my Instagram and YouTube pages team as well. If you do want a little extra lessons from me or whatever it might be as well. On top of the fact, my website. So of course I will get that nice big freebie out for everyone to kind of come over and join. Otherwise, you do want some extra one-on-one help, and you don't need the extra 20, 15 other however many people that'll be around for the freebie, or don't have a freebie where it is just one-on-one with myself. Go over and get some extra love for myself. I would say 90% of the time I go well over an hour, so I know it's booked for an hour, but usually I'm going longer than that. So just go over there if you need any extra help. I love helping you guys out. SHPH, slowing on down a little bit. S Pro, it's why I put it on watch team, like it had a little bit better chance to pop up. 135 to 140 area is going to be your area to move to. You can see the upper VWAP band is right around 137 right now, team. Slowly creeping on up. What's up, you cool Alan? How we doing? Doing great, my friend. Still nice and full. Plenty of food still to cook. Did some nice big pork steaks this weekend with some loaded sweet potato. Oh man, then we had some double stuffed cheeseburgers. We had some brats. We had some, we had some hot dogs. I had to have some hot dogs, So man, it was great. Had some German potato salad. My loaded baked beans that I do. Loaded queso. Everything's always loaded. You gotta load it up. It's the holidays. Drink you a soda, drink her a soda or two, and I'm sorry, I gotta show you this. You gotta love gotta love this too. Cold. What did he say? What's he call it? Calls it old cold beer. Old cold beer. Like me a good old cold beer. I love this. This is the coach for Arkansas. This is our head coach team. You got to love the head coach for the Razorbacks. This is the head coach.
What the host of this party was going to be serving up today. What's the drink of choice tonight?
Well, I'm not promoting it, but I like some old cold beer. I think I'm going to have one. I'm not promoting it now.
Not promoting it now. I'm not promoting it now. I mean, come on. Tell me that coach didn't just reek Arkansas, but a good Arkansan, to say the least. Thought that was hilarious, though. Old cold beer. Yeah, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Here comes Avia. Again, SHPH looking like it could start seeing a little bit of backside move right here, team. Underneath 25. Be careful with that bounce play here, team. Overall, I would be very careful with 25 and go to the area down below. Avia, here comes your pullback to this blue line's coming up and the trend line. Boom. So watch for that bounce play coming up for AVYA. We want to get back through the downtrend. We do have S Pro hitting new high of day, running into that area I was talking about, 135 to 140 area. It's kind of the new pop zone we can run to for S Pro. You are looking for a bounce play. You know me. What am I doing here? Well, I'm going to move this since I know we're not going down to 105 anytime soon. I'm moving this up to 125, 130-ish area and know this old resistance area. If we hold for 3, 5, 10 minutes up into this new high of day area and don't come skyrocketing right back down, this is your best balance. Love it. Man, I do want some shrimp though now. That does sound good. Oh, I see. Yep, there you go. I see what you see. I know you don't want to see. Sorry, team. Finally out of that fifth. This is what I was talking about. You didn't want this. We were in this little channel out to the right, even smaller channel now. Now popping up through where? To that $15 area. Next real target for this to push to, and it almost got there. 1530-ish area. 1530 is next. I think it almost hit 1530 in the day. 1526. So 1525, 1530. After that, you're going to see a high of day push to about 1545, 1550. S-Pro hitting new high of day at 140, 141. Nice movement here. And what did you talk about? And you asked for G. Calante. I think it was you, GG, wasn't it? That was Ascension, actually. Remember, if it was Ascension, G. Calante, there you go. We're getting close to those lunch hour pops. You know, this would be it. We had that one run from SHPH overall. This is where you're going to get any kind of, and it seems like lately, if we get any kind of pops, it's going to be right around, 1 p.m. Eastern, noon Central, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. West Coast. Give it a few more minutes here, team, and we will get into today's lesson. So don't worry, we'll get it. Just give it a few more minutes here, and we'll get into today's lesson. Go. Nope, still says the 13th. So I was like, we'll want to do this together. I was like, that's what I was trying to do earlier too. When Sniz asked about it. So there you go. Sniz, if you are still around, or anyone else, love Chip that did that, all the people that ask about it. Still says the 13th. So, man, yeah, you can just see how long I'm just crying and waiting away here. Order confirmed. I placed this when I placed it on the 25th of January. Finally gets scheduled on, anyway, but now it's been updated to the 13th. Whatever. Anyway. Patience. That's why I teach you guys patience. P-A-Y pays off to be patient, team. SHPH. That's why I said be careful there with that $25 area. Crack City looking to come up. And a nice overall trend line crack, right? So overall nice trend line crack. And what have we found ourselves into? Almost as a severe of it. Literally, I could almost, if I need to get a protractor. I started measuring these angles. Look at this trend line up. Are we not almost matching it with the downtrend back down? That's almost perfect angle. Almost the same thing. So watch for a break of that downtrend and a move here around 21.85 to 22-ish area. And a bounce and a push back through the downtrend, back through 25. That would be the long you want to take there. Vegeta, appreciated, boss. Oh yeah, I mean, I can't wait to show you guys videos in person. It's got the one touch top too. It makes me like a lot. I like it a lot though, for sure. It's definitely one of my faves. That's kind of like it. But no, honestly, not really big into green vehicles or purple vehicles, but yeah, I like, of course, there's that one, and then, my wife's purple one. So yeah, I'm definitely, never would have thought back in the day I'd have a purple Jeep, and like, man, I like this purple Jeep, it's pretty badass. Or I have a S-Pro New Hive Day, getting the green Jeep, like that army green. But that army green, if it's kind of a Jeep, Jeep Wrangler, that is kind of a badass color for that, for a Jeep. Appreciate it there, boss there. Yeah. Getting the lesson pulled up here as well, team. Boom, shakalaka. All right, so Espro, there's that moving to 135, 140 new high of day. So there's that. And again, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. So back to that $25 bounce for SHPH. You know, you run into a nice resistance area, you fell there. That's what you want to pull back then into a nice old area of what was resistance. So you get in the hold area, right? Not just run right into it. Oh, fell, boo, back down. You know, we don't want that. You know, a lot of the time that you don't get the same hold, you don't get the same bounce. So you want this to come up, hold, generically for, that's generally the rule of thumb. Probably what 5-10 minutes or so is something I'm looking for, at least something in that time frame. 10, the more the better, because we know then, okay, cool. I'm not usually most likely of course we hold for hours on end, and there's one thing, maybe we get some crazy squeeze here and or there, but usually, you want 10-15 minutes. What I'm looking for, once we popped a new high of day area, then you consistently count on that to pull back and not just barely move above. So if you're 125 to say 28, 29 is your area, you can call it 130. Let's push 10 cents. Let's push 15 cents. That way you can trust there's gonna be a nice healthy pullback. Then you can get a nice area, also a profitability zone, right? So you move from say 125 back up to 140, you get a nice 15-cent zone there. It's not we pushed to 135, okay, cool, we're gonna get a bounce way back at 127, 128. Well, what's your profitability zone? Well, if your high of day area is only 132, 133, you just barely moved above this area, your profitability zone is 5 cents. Do you want to take that trade? You really want a 5-cent trade? Now, if you want to be a super scalper and you find trades like that profitable because you go in 10,000 shares or something like that, that's fine. So be it. I would rather you wait for a better, safer area. Not only that, but then a little bit more rule of thumb where you have, hey, I have more area to actually run here back up and create more of a profit zone. Let's go to F-Sly. How are we looking for a short? I would say under this area, 100%. So if you ever see this built up sussy in a ticker, old resistance is becoming new support right here. So when we crack essentially $9, that's where I would look for a short opportunity. Back down to 875-ish area overall. When we crack through this 890-ish VWAP area, then you're looking at 875. That would be your crack, your crack zone. You crack under 875, then you're going down even more. You see this built up in a ticker though, sussy? Look for it and trade it every single time that your short op is below that right there. Old resistance equals new support. So when that cracks, you're going down. Avia, did you get filled, Teto? No. Oh. So close. Not quite. SHPH, the one stock to look at moving into lunch hours now, really ever fading back. Watch for the downtrend break. Needs to break the downtrend, move back through that. Was hoping you'd get, if you're looking for a bounce, really the safer area is back down to the 2180. Avia, though, slowly coming back off that bounce area. Didn't quite get down there. We're not getting. That's another reason why I've kind of moved away from bounce plays. Just this year, it's just been a little inconsistent. Some you get right on the dot, like 25 this one earlier, which will just becomes money. You run $5+. Then some of these other ones on the way down, which I would, be careful and always on the backside move. I love the front side move. It's the back. You usually can tell because it's cracked the trend line when the backside move's occurring. FWBI there. Thank you, Paula. Got the FBI curling back to new high of day area. So FWBI, that's the Federal Warrants Bureau of Investigation. So this is like the warrant stock of FBI. So FWBI, where's the area to look for then a bounce? Where's the area, team? Can we all see it now? Old resistance equals new support. So come a little bit more toward the top is fine here. So close to that 440 area. And what did I tell you? Ascension. You come to this right about now is when you generally see these stocks out of nowhere. They have been spiking or haven't. This is when the time comes, it seems like. Now I'm going into alert mode. But if you're looking for a bounce play, team, on FWBI, it's going to be around the 435, 440 marquesito. FWBI just rolling, team. Rolling. New high of day 490. A lot of that's why that float is under 1 million. That float is 700,000, team. That is a super duper low float. Yeah, I see. Hopefully you can get that fill there. You got a quick little squeeze. You guys held through and tight. We know the area. I mean, it's clear as day. It is 14.6. That's your area. 14.6, 14.6, 14.6 G Calante. SHPH, just want to alert this one as we come tumbling down. Boy, this one's listening to Tom Petty on repeat over here. Sussy, so if I ever do that, team, it's probably usually one thing. G Calante, Has a Christmas tree behind him, I'm wanting to say. You Cool Allen turned into what almost looks like Iron Man, and Sussy has now become Matthew McConaughey from, it looks like, oh my God, another movie. Like how's the movie slipping my mind? Paula's just normal Paula today, looking great. Nice. Real quickly, because I do, of course, this is lunch out a little bit slower right here. So now you can really see. Here you go, Vegeta. Anyone else in there? Love Chip. Is this on Super HD? That's close enough. There we go. So I can show you guys what it'll look. It will have the black grill, but this essentially exactly is what it's gonna look like, almost to the T.
Let's get into what is the extreme, which is pretty exciting.
And this is what I'm always talking about with the. You can kind of see the one-touch top back. I'll show you the one-touch top real quickly. All the stuff that comes with this is just bananas. There's all kinds of stuff that comes with this that's not, of course, doesn't come with normal Jeeps. Where's the stupid top at? There we go. But you can see how big that is. But yeah, that's what I can't wait for, that one-touch top in the fall. I mean, it's completely side to side, goes right back over the back passenger's head, as you can tell how far back that goes. That'd be kind of hard to do with the tire there, though. Like, the guy that says car is in his Jeep, and when he says that, I'm like, is that Jeep forever? I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool to pop that back glass off, but bro, you're gonna go tireless. You can't go back wheel. You can't go fifth wheel then if you're gonna pop that glass off. I mean, duh. I mean, I guess there'd be a way to open it and then remove it from the hinges possibly, but it'd probably then rattle more is what I'm thinking. Sussy, yeah, you're Matthew McConaughey now, right? Yeah. Well, that's what you look like in the picture. Isn't that the picture? It's Matthew McConaughey from a certain movie, Sussy. Like, isn't that? I think it is. If you're looking for SHPH, what are we looking for, team? Downtrend break, back below or back above this 25 mark, which now I have to put what as resistance. So 25 is going to be, come on, I hate how finicky this is. Do you see this, team? Trade ideas. Why do we have to be so just like, oh, you have to be right on the dot. Zoom in a little bit more always helps out a little bit too. So right around that $25 mark, you can tell a little bit of a wonky head and shoulders. I will give it that. Up top, here's shoulder. There's the head. There's shoulder number 2. Almost a double head and shoulders team. And I have seen this formation before. I don't know if it really truly, it's really just a staircase up, staircase its way down. But you can see usually what will happen. You'll see a shoulder, head, shoulder, and it finds its way back down to say $20. Keep an eye on that big time, especially if you fail at 25 and find a way back down to around to the VWAP. Yes, you can look for a bounce there, but be careful. Your better bet if you're looking to go long is the complete, as we have, broke the downtrend. There's long number 1. Long number 2 is to get back over 25 up to 26.5. Watching IC for you guys out to the right as well. At any moment, I'm thinking IC is going to crack back. So hopefully IC, just for you, I know for your sake, I know you're just wanting this. So I love when you guys are successful and you get some positive trades in. Here goes. Here we go through 25. Let's see if we hold 25 and can push to 26.5. That was the other one. Thank you for putting that back on the board. So I'm going to put that on watch as well over here. Man, which one to? Actually ended up being a good choice. That's what I figured. F Sly. The way that was moving up there. There we go. And that nice little pullback. There you go. Anyone that was interested in that. Nice M shape. There's a trend line crack right here. If you wanted the trend line crack. Now completely creating the M shape and now below 9 for the the next round and really the bottom area of F Sly. FWBI was the other one. FWBI was another one too that was the one that was also curling back up in a quick manner. This was the other one I was saying keep an eye on now that we've held long enough up. Look for a pullback. I'd say around 435-ish area would be where you're looking for a bounce play on S Pro. Not S Pro, but FWBI. FWBI around the 435 area. I was looking down at S Pro when I said that, unfortunately. Uh-oh, here we all finally gonna get it. Do you see what I see? A short. We must not abort the short. No, we must not abort the short. No, we must not abort the short. I would really say the true team, just so you know. And this is easy to borrow, so man, I want to jump in this, but it's like as soon as I get it, like point being, it's 14.5. When this cracks, I know the first little small area is going to be 14.6. 14.6. When this cracks 14.5, this is where I think even more solid momentum goes to the bottom side team. So under 14.5, this is where this dumps off even more. I will watch that for you, but yeah, the first area is starting to crack right now, 14.40 or 14.55, 14.6. That's your first area. Then under that, 14.5, and then you're going to see most likely 4.25 to 4.20, 14.25 to 14.20 easy. Crack the 14.5 mark, you're probably going to see a nice 25-cent pullback team. Putting that in the Thanos crossover too, it just reeks of a short. You know, remember last week there was the, you know, again on Holly on Friday, but a lot of these when they finally enter that Thanos crossover really has helped out. So we've been under on the MACD, we just haven't on the 9 EMA team. We're now finally, and I'm telling you, that's why when it gets under 14.5, it's going to be even more bearish. What's up, Jay Chan? How we doing, boss? How are you doing, team? Nice little move, and again, there it was from SHPH real quickly. There's your break. So the break of that's why I said would be the safer area if you're looking to go long. I say safer, and it was safer because, again, I wouldn't want this to come down and go for a bounce. If you're looking for a bounce, you want this to break. We did get up to close to, I think we did get to 26. The high there was, oh, really? The high was only 25? No, that was that candle. The high was only 25.75. Oh. This just looks so much closer. I guess when I zoom in, it is only 25.75. Which makes a little sense. Look what we ran right into. Old support equals what? New resistance. So what we're going to do is move this line up to right there. This is going to go up to right there. Does anyone here use, I don't, yeah, Red Shin, I've never heard, can you let me know? That's something I can, let's say day off tomorrow. There you go, Jay Chan. Day off today and tomorrow. There you go, baby boy. Yeah, Jimbo or Jim Bob. Is it Jim Bob? It's got to be Jim Bob. Almost looks like Jimbo B. Jimbo B. Jim Bob, no, I've never heard of that or used it before. So if someone has, go ahead and let, Jim Bob know. I have not, though. Never heard of it, never used it. I've been in chat here for so long, I don't use anyone else's services or looked at, if there was, it would just be for, like, options, which I know the guys. One of them was at the seminar, but yeah, it would be, I'm not, really kind of reaching out, trying to find something new. I've been here for so long. This is the source of my brainology. May not be great sometimes, but this is where I learn and get my learning from. There's a small, we're getting close, team. We're getting pretty close here for SHPH. Getting pretty close. S-Pros, nice little high of day move. It's a site to rent Thinkorswim. Yeah, I've never heard of that. That is nuts. Huh. Never heard of it before, my friend. So we got S-Pro real quickly hitting new high of day, and then we have SPY hitting new low of day? Or testing low of day area. Okay, cool. No, it's not hitting the new low of day. I didn't know. I saw the deck come over. I couldn't tell if that was new low of day or not. Pretty nice big pullback overall from the SPY. SPY, there was a nice little small trend line crack right there, team. So a nice play for options right here. So a nice trend line crack. If you're looking for plays, this is all I'm looking for. That, like we saw this earlier with F-Sly. Same M shape right above the VWAP trend line crack, which leads to the creation of the rest of the M, and then we crack below the VWAP and you crack even more, right? So we're looking at the same thing there. So and then again, you get another round. So you get round 1 down, then you get round 2 down right there. That's what I'll be looking for day in, day out for options. Looking at this as if I'm trading a normal ticker, a normal chart setup that I love to look for. And this is it right here for sure. And then trade that with options. BGXX. Yeah, nice little move overall. BGXX, I'd say 160-ish area if you're looking for a bounce play. Maybe the safer bounce is going to come back down off of 150, 155. I just think that's not, I don't know if it's going to happen now. We've used that 155 area up a little bit. Now I'm pushing a new high of day. Seems like the new area is going to be created at 160-ish. S-Pro, let's put the trend line on it too. Just kind of notice this new uptrend line there on it. So again, overall with S-Pro, look at your trend right here, team. Put your lines in and trade them. This is where I'd have S-Pros in. Nice little flag squeeze right here. Downtrend break, new high of day. Again, bounce plays just not overall coming down to the area we want them to come down to, you know. So it's just one of those. Creates a new trend, squeezes the new high of day. Would have loved for traders to get filled at 128, 127, 129, whatever it might be. Just not happening. New high of day push. I would say overall, let's put this line in as resistance. In my opinion, next area of resistance is around 165-ish. So 165 is going to be your next area of resistance for S-Pro. S-Pro, decent float too as well on it. FWBI with the pullback, oh, got super close there. And let's see if it comes down anymore. But you can see FWBI, exactly what I was talking about though. Push up, hold, and you can trust a pullback, and it's not going to crack through that area. Higher, again, why I said don't worry. I'm just not a big fan of higher overall. Just more of a sideways, slower mover. If you're looking to go long or trade, I would go with S-Pro 100%. Any of these top gainers on the board, S-Pro is your best option. SHPH, nice little move back up as well, team. So SHPH, there you go. Downtrend break, back above the 9, back above 25. There's your move back up to say close to 26.5. I think we're getting close to it now. Hit 26.75. So there's your nice little move back up through the down, or back, yeah, through the downtrend line there. That's what we'd be looking for. S-Pro is running into resistance though, team. S-Pro is running into just normal chart today setup resistance. So we have a upper VWAP band. We have a standard deviation channel that essentially the top, kind of like a top resistance line, just like an upper VWAP band, saying, hey, you are overextended. You are at the top of your band right now in your channel that you've kind of created for the day, and you're seeing resistance right into it. That's a double whammy resistance area. Again, plus then we have 165 natural resistance from history set up. This is could see maybe the end of its run right here overall, team. We get through 160, 165, then this could have another leg up and really some more movement pushing through all that resistance. I see more of a fail though coming up probably. IC still has not dumped off. Oh my, I mean, just so slow. Man, S-Pro, it's given this area a run. I'm telling you that right now, giving this area a run for the money. S-Pro is right now, and if you're asking about a halt, S-Pro's not going to halt. Just not in my opinion. I would have seen more movement or volume to move into this is what would have to on which it has a ton already. It would just need even more for S-Pro to halt. with a float of around 20. Now, I've seen for sure it happened before. I just don't think that happens with S-Pro right here overall. I think S-Pro runs into resistance. We pull back. Regardless, either way, I just don't see a halt coming for S-Pro. Spy trying to find a little level there. How's Tesla looking? Nice little pullback there from Tesla too over the last, say, for 30, 45 minutes or so, creating a little bit of an M shape. You can tell there up top. A little bit wonky, but definitely created an M shape. S-Pro's top stock to watch. SHPH, the other one I keep on, I'm going to keep on watch as well. Avia's a little bit slower. IC just so that cracks back with you guys. Boom. Give it about 7 more minutes here if it stays dying. Well, we'll keep an eye on S-Pro here. S-Pro's doing its best. I think if S-Pro does get through 165, just even with that trading out to the right, this one I'm looking at on my indicator series, like there's just no way it's going to push through all that. I've seen it happen before, but very likely, the likelihood is very low, essentially, in my opinion, to see S-Pro run to, say, 185, 190. I'm, again, somewhere in this 160-ish corridor as it's giving it hell. But I just see this fail coming in a nice pullback, say, to the 140 area. So we're moving all our support lines up, team. You can tell the first area to be looking for is around the trend line in 140. The next area down where we bounced that earlier, just a hair above it, of course, would that be around the 130-ish area. Any questions, comments, any concerns you guys have overall, let me know. Yeah, but Renard, I kind of saw that too, Renard. That news is not the best and the strongest of news for, I would say, overall for S-Pro. So, it's decent news. But for it to go, on the 70%, well, that would be SHPH, my bad. I knew it was higher than that. That's what I thought it was higher than that. Go on a 100% run, be up 120%. I mean, S-Pro's putting in some work right here, team. I'm telling you, if S-Pro gets over 165 and holds it, this could start somehow going a little bit more parabolic. This is, I know, running into, like I said, a lot of the resistance that I have on my, the indicators that I use, essentially, and it's just plowing right through them. Like, it doesn't really matter. I know I say plowing. It's not like it's going super parabolic, like it's hitting 140, 160, 180 now, where, we're not flying through numbers that fast. No, but we are seeing a nice, good push. I mean, honestly, this is pretty big for S-Pro. So decent moves from the S-plays today. SHPH and S-Pro trying to provide a little bit of life in that small cap world. Super small cap world, generally, your true penny stock. S-Pro almost really into a mid stock of work. I should say mid cap stock with SHPH was a penny stock. Still close to that low cap world, low to mid cap with SHPH. S-Pro have 225. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 225 resistance before can fill that gap on S-Pro. Yeah, and then there's a lot of room, right? And then I've seen that. I just don't know if it's going to, that's a long ways to go. Now, I think what we would get with S-Pro and what you guys would want if you want that continuation, you're going to want a mid-candle breakout. I just don't see S-Pro overall getting to 225 plus today, and then there's that massive gap to fill. Now, it could. Just not what I've seen overall, but I've seen these plays in the past where it's done this. I forgot what that was. I showed you an example recently, and I traded it in like the 140s and then 150s, saying, okay, it's anyway, 1 to 2. Then it went to 2. It just kept going and going. I'm like, is this stock ever going to end? And this is what it really looked like at first. It was a little slow and steady play, and it was nice. It was a little bit more technically sound than this, where you got traditional bounce plays off of old resistance areas, which you're not really getting here. And it just kept going where you thought, okay, that's the end. Okay, that's the end. Okay, this has got to be the end. And you're just like, this is at 227 now. You've got to be kidding me. So we have seen it in the past, Paulo, 100%. I think it was Givo. Was Givo? Let me say it was. Let me just call it. Let me see it was Givo, because I showed this ticker the other day. Let's see if we see a day where we run from $1 plus 2. We did play Givo in the past, but I don't think it was this ticker. This is it. It was Jivo. And it was in 2020. Yay, this was it. I was like, oh, it reminds me of Jivo. And I think it was Jivo. So Jivo, that's so crazy. How close is it to like getting to that area? Then it couldn't fill the gap and came right back down. But here we go. Jivo, almost the same thing, right? Where the open of the day is 96 cents. The low's 87. Ran to 218. Let's see here. Open of the day, 83 cents. Low is 80 cents. High is 174. So very, very close to looking a lot like what Jivo did that day. Like you can't go back, unfortunately, and see what, on the daily right there. But it looked a lot like this right now. We are. See current outlets. See any of these plays that look interesting. Nothing that I can see out of all those. Although a lot of those bottom side plays, I will say, watch for some of those. Like PY and not PYPD, but square foot team. That was a nice big pullback overall. APEI is in that bottom right hand corner. BWZ, EUDG is in that bottom right hand corner. I love seeing stocks that do this, though, especially recently we've seen this. SQFT, falling from $3 down to $2.50, and the traders see this on the chart. Whoa. So if that goes down anymore, maybe watch for a good bounce play on that, and maybe even a multi-day bounce opportunity. Adrian, no, I was out all morning, boss. Yeah, I did not trade. Was out all morning, Adrian. Did not do any trades myself. Hung out with the wife with the food hangover. I think I was literally full until like 4 o'clock this morning from yesterday. Just stuffed. Couldn't even move in bed. Just like a fat walrus. Yeah, no trades for me, boss. Get back into it tomorrow morning. Today I was just literally, which was fine with me, coasting into the new week. Overall, really even the new month. So yeah, not really too worried about it. Wasn't, and that's why that's what I tell a lot of my trade. Do the sessions with you guys in chat. Find your rhythm. Find what you know ahead of time what you want to do. Like I already knew today I was not wanting to trade. I was in the kind of the mindset to take the day off and just relax, and so I did that. Didn't want to force. Didn't even care about trading. Didn't come in to even look to trade. Just said, hey, here's what I'm doing, and then just stuck to the plan. That helps out. Just coming up with even a plan like that, saying, hey, I'm not going to trade today. Stick to it. You stick to it, and you go, well, okay, cool. I didn't trade. Now there was a lot to trade. Oh man, those hamburgers, dude. Oh man, those my wife loves. Dad loves my ribs, and he loves my potato salad. I've got to cook those for him next weekend, so I'm going to cook my dad some ribs and potato salad next Sunday. One last time, before the fall season sets in, kind of, one last little, grub with that summer type food, especially potato salad. I'm not gonna cook that in the fall or the winter. My wife loves those double stuffed cheeseburgers though. She's like, oh man, just hook it up, stuff it with cheese, please. Go through some of these tickers real quickly. Nice overextended move there. I'm not going to put the trend line in, but you could tell. That's why I say you can if you want to. But look at this overextended move overall from S-Pro team. Nice trend line crack. Your overall general trend right now, this is the purple line. That's your trend that we're in. As you can tell, we did overextend out of that. So be careful coming back down to that trend line, getting a bounce play opportunity. SHPH had a nice downtrend break. As you could tell, where do we run into? Exactly where I told you to look for along. Up to the 26.5 mark, somewhere in there. If we get over 26.5, then you could probably see this actually go test the high of day area again. Didn't get over that 26.5 mark, failed. Here we come back on down. We crack underneath the blue line in the VWAP team. Watch for another good short opportunity if you haven't gotten in already or do have shorts available. I see Do you see what I see? This freaking blue line won't cracky. And so that 1460 area just won't crack. And until that does not crack, you're stuck in the sideways channel for IC. Other trades to look at. Avia came down to the support areas. That's why I said, look at the two areas that got hit. The 213 down to what? Remember I said this to like 208, 207. There's your fill zone number 1. Here's your fill zone number 2. It literally came down and just clipped 209. I don't think anyone would have gotten filled at 208, unfortunately, or 207, where I was saying look to get filled at the lower area. This, though, my friends, great trend line crack, and when we move back up to the old trend line, what will that be? Did you say it in your head? That's right, resistance. So if we move back up, this red line will be the resistance area. S-Pro moved back to it. So can we get a hog collar? Well, oh, for sure. Clay, we'll end off, you know what, surely, yeah, you know what, we'll end off the day with a little bit of hog call, for sure. We'll get these guys acclimated to what the hog call is like. Clay, if you stick around, about 30 more minutes from right now, we'll give him a little hog. We'll give him a hog call, A little woo pig suey. Good win on Saturday. Keep it up, though. One down, many more to go. I don't like to be boastful, but that's a good win for sure. Now we got to play South Carolina. Open up the SEC. Got to get that dub. Definitely, I love some Sam Pittman, though. So I was telling the guys earlier, if you're just joining, love little Pittman. Love little Sam Pittman, man. Little old cold beer. Old cold beer. A good old cold beer. Love some Sam Pittman. Who doesn't? If you're a Hog fan or anyone in that loves the football in the South, a good guy, good person. Watching SHPH really starting to crack back here, team. We're really close to being done for the day in SHPH, in my opinion. If we crack through that $22 area in VWAP, SHPH really could start dumping even more. Woo! S-Pro, look at that team. Yeah, as soon as I literally blinked and was kind of looking around there for a second, boof, right back up. New high of day. Look at that. Just boom. Right back up, team. Right off the 9. It's really rolling up to 9 and has been all day long in the 3-minute time frame. I bet in the 5-minute time frame, it's really rolling up to 9. Didn't even clip it there. So in a 3-minute time frame, that's probably what I'd keep it in for now until it gets back underneath that. S-Pro is just rolling up the 9 EMA, team. And the 1-minute time frame, it does have room up to 187. So, it's hitting kind of that new, in which was doing that earlier, but it rolled right through it at 160. Hitting a lot of the resistance there at that 175-ish area, but it really, 175, 180, but it seems to have legs up to possibly at this point 185, 190 now. SHPH. Whoo! Those snake skin Randy traders coming on in and holding this little bad boy up. Another little quick little dip there at that 2280 mark, right off of that little dip area from earlier, close to the VWAP. I think it actually did clip the VWAP actually on the dot right there. I was about to ask you that. Laugh out loud over at SHPH. About what though? What was it, Adrian? What did I go over? Yeah, 2 traders. So I see we got some options, doing some options over there, team. Okay. All right there. Go to trade, all products. IC does have options. Okay, wow. All right. Not too expensive either. IC's options are pretty cheap. Which option, yeah, which ones are y'all in? Which contracts y'all in? When are they expiring? Because there's some that expire on the 16th of this month. We got some next month on the the 21st, right? Or 2nd. I'm trying to find, yeah. See small options on a small account. There we go, though. Let's say it's not a bad call. Spy's trying to find. You can tell the Spy's trying to find a little level out zone overall here at the. I wouldn't say toward the bottom, but you know this nice little pullback. We're forming another trend line though is the main thing. So the Spy, if you're interested on the Spy, and you're looking at a team, we've only done this 4 times in a row now. Overall today there was a bigger one, but let's just go back to the last 2. 1, 2. The last 2 trend line cracks were really close to on par and level with this trend line and essentially the uptrend that it is, the angle it's at. Just watch for another trend line crack. Nice J-Bar. There you go, J-Bar. Trying to get in the options game there. So yeah, first one in the money. That's what I figured maybe you did. First one in the money. Although that 12.5 one might end up paying out. You think that would pay out big time in the end. I could easily see that getting back down to 12.5 overall for ICB. That first one in the money is looking pretty nice. Just give it some time. IC does not want to give up today. That is for darn sure. All right, so let's go back over to S-Pro team overall. So S-Pro, I forgot to let the trend line. Let me alert this over in Dex Lobby. Spy. Good. And yes. Yet another. SHPH really just can't get back over and hold that 9 EMA essentially. As we were talking about S-Pro rolling up to 9 EMA, SHPH just can't hold the 9 EMA. New high of day real quickly just popped up there. S-Pro forming this nice little flag. As I said, overall, I could easily see this hit 185 to 190 for sure now, as in the new high of day number will be 185, 190. Yeah, I see. That's what I'm yeah, that's what I'll just give that a little more time. I know this has been one of the more annoying plays overall with you guys. It needs a crack for obviously 14.6. It has to crack 14.6 or you're kind of in a stalemate as of right now. S-Pro, here comes that move. There's close to 185. You got 184 so far, so that's what I was talking about. I saw a little bit more movement, it seemed like, overall from S-Pro. You can just tell where those resistance areas are up above. Sorry there, team. Did not mean to do that. And there's your 185. So S-Pro team, so 185. That's getting close. There's 186 so far. And there you go with the SPY too, as I just was alerting over in Dex Lobby, just so they know to watch for another trend line crack. That trend line's starting to crack. Again, I would say if this gets under probably 289, and then possibly, you know, maybe if you want to consider that 288, you know, kind of not the low of day, but like 288, 90-ish area. That's where just you're going to start seeing, you know, so essentially 280, you know, right around 289, a little bit above it and a little bit below it. There's a little bit of a support zone that you know, it's kind of getting built in. You can see a little bit below or above it, I should say, right there around 289, 35-ish, right? And then if there's a little bit further back in the day too, then you go to this area right here at 289 or 288.90. And so you have a little bit of area above 289, you have a little bit of area below it, that at those areas, that's essentially, in my opinion, what's holding it up. And then it'll dump down even more. But the trend line is really getting close to cracking. S-Pro, there you go. Just like I figured we'd see there. There's your 190 touch for S-Pro team. So S-Pro really getting extended out for the most part. Maybe it does get to like what we were looking at, me and Paulo, where, you know, this little eye we had on around the 225, 230-ish area. What's the upper shadow there? High. 238. High. 237. So call it 235, 240 would really be the area it would get to overall. Let's go back a little bit here. S-Pro just not minding any of this resistance. So there we go. S-Pro's resistance is marked in right now, team. Nice move overall from the S-Pro. Espresso. Any questions you may have, comments, concerns, anything, team, let me know right now. Trying to alert through these plays as best as I can. It's just W on. Let's see here. What do we got here? Is it a 1 minute time frame? I'm thinking we're seeing a 1 minute time frame W. Yeah, right here. This nice little W shape right here for S-Pro. Again, Espresso. Watch for. Let's see. The main area that needs to hold, in my opinion, is going to be. Man, I would go with 175. Somewhere around 175 needs to hold for this to continue up. 175 for S-Pro. And I almost said ESPRO. W, oh, that's right. W on SHPH. Although it was kind of a W right there on S-Pro. Definitely a W right here on a 3 minute time frame, though, if you're in a little bit bigger, because I figured most are going to be in a, at least maybe a 3 or 5 minute time frame this part of the day. Although let's get into a 1 minute. Are we seeing one here? And then even in a 1 minute, we're seeing one here. So I like the overall W in the 3 minute shape here, but we have to get back across this 2570-ish. And then in the end, 26.5. So 26.5 is your main barrier to get back over, somewhere around 26.5. That's when we actually see this get pushed back to that high of day area and close to 30. All right, we'll go back to real quickly. SHPH is winding its way up here. S-Pro real quickly, team. Here we go. S-Pro. Here's this. I also want to put this on watch. This little, and I just want to show you the quick little area that it's at. This is your new uptrend channel. If this cracks and we crack back through 175, I promise you're going to see a little touch right back down of around 155, 160 area for the dip buy. So look for around this 160-ish area for the dip buy. Again, that's kind of where the old trend line's at. But we know when we overextend off of this is the original trend line, and we overextend, team, trusting that is not the best thing to do. SHPH here. There's that overall W that I was talking about. Now, can we get over 26.5? See, SHPH 26.5. 6.5 is key. And it push over and hold. Woo! There we go. SHPH. There we go. There's that W. There's the W shape, team. And then we're getting a nice little pullback overall. S Pro right here is looking like it's going to crack through the trend line and crack through 175. I'm telling you, it's mob shift. It really has been, in my opinion, one of the most mob shifty years I've ever seen. We always get mob shift, but it is just mob shift city where we go from one ticker to the other ticker to the next ticker to the other ticker. Just doesn't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's see your Sussy. AK, what do you think about a S Pro shorter under 170? The first area, in my opinion, for S Pro is the trend line cracking under 175. That would be a starter number one. Other area, in my opinion, for a short, it then becomes a little tricky with S Pro for a good entry. Possibly not till 1.6, but then that's what I'm saying. You've missed this uptrend, this trend line right here. So right now is kind of the area for the short, back down to 1.6, 155 area. And when that cracks, then, and that to me, in my opinion, is when this gets a little bit more bearish and we are forming a little bit of a head and shoulders up top, shoulder, and here comes the head forming right now. We get back under the 1.6 area and this trend line right here, that's where it gets bearish, in my opinion. We crack through the VWAP, then you're really going to be part of a good short. But if you want the top area as of right now, this upper trend, or this high overextended trend line that's up top, that's your initial entry for a move back down through, essentially, if you were looking at, because I've said that, and it's been really maintaining what? The 9 EMA on the 3-minute time frame. So it's still holding that 9 EMA. So yeah, if you want to get under 170 there, know that's probably where that Thanos crossover is going to start happening in a 3-minute time frame. You can get in there as well. See, Royal just got here. What do you think of higher? Move away. I said short it. Do not touch higher. I would not touch higher at all, Royal 5. I would look to short it if anything. Not a fan of it. Really, all those stickers that I look at day in, day out to look to get a short on. Popped up this morning, not as much as I'd like it to pop. Cracked it. Then never was the good short really in the end anyway. Trend line crack was decent. Okay here. Shelf crack was okay. Here's another shelf, whatever. It just was, I just say short it. Just low volume, way more red candles than green, it looks like overall too. I just would stay away from higher. I'd hire a new ticker to look at. Maybe look at Kooky. This is up on a nice trend line, although the volume is super duper light, so watch for the trend line crack back below the VWAP. FWBI, what did I tell you about this? I had a feeling this was going to be a good short. Just like F-Sly was earlier as well. Did F-Sly end up being another one to the 2 F plays a day? F-Sly here. Let's go back to it. F-Sly. Well, decent short. Not. I thought this would crack through this VWAP in that 890 area, and this would dump off even more. But FWBI ended up being the much better short opportunity right there. So yeah, moving forward the rest of the day, it's going to be SHPH in my opinion if you're looking for a long play or even possibly a good short, and S Pro as well. So those would be the top 2 stocks I look at for the rest of the day, team. You got it, Sussy. The Sussinator. Anything else, team? Sussinator, Royal Nader, Alex Voninator, J Bar Nader, Paula Nader. That actually might be a real word. Paula. Oh, and then a Paula Nader. Oh, that's 2 Paulas. So we got a Paul. We got a Paul and a Paula. So there we go. All right. Adrian from Musicinator, Snizinator, Renardinator, Geek Bombinator, Jim Bobbinator, J Chaninator. You cool, Alaninator. Sussinator. I think I've already done. Yeah. Seaninator. What's up, Shani? No, you're good. Yeah, y'all are good. Yeah, just kind of winding down here in the last 10-15 minutes here. I'd say top stock to watch is going to be SHPH. Queen, I know. You need to learn to be a little bit smarter. Come on. A little bit smarter lab. Be more disciplined over here. I teach discipline. Top 2 stocks to watch for me, SHPH. This is now nice back over that 26.5 mark, as you can tell here. So I'm going to move this up to right here. This has to hold 26.5. It holds 26.5. We're going to I will say we see a new high of day. If we hold 26.5 on this push right here, Queenie, nope. Come here, Queenie. Come on, guys. Discipline. Disciplinators. Sit down. Sit down. We're going to be disciplined. Queenie, I know you're a puppy, but disciplinator, okay? Discipline. Discipline. Them keeps discipline. Don't make me keep saying it. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Come on, shrimp. Come on. I don't want shrimp etouffee, fried shrimp, grilled shrimp, sauteed shrimp, shrimp basket of po' boys, shrimp, more shrimp. We got to hold this orange line. Have got to hold the orange line right here. If we hold the orange line, we're good for the move up to high of day. Easily high of day test and Queenie, no ma'am. Come here, no. This is the training session for you. Right here and lay down. Right there. Lay down. Well, that's what happens when you fall on the cat right there, and then McFly's like, don't fall on me! Shrimp salad. Oh, the bacon. Did they still have the Baconator over at Wendy's? Oh, Baconator over at Wendy's. That was always a good one. So I'd say top stocks to watch moving forward are going to be Avia. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're going to learn. We're going to be disciplined. No, ma'am. You're not missing out on anything. You got FOMO so bad. I'm going to call you FOMO. I should have called her FOMO. Could have called you FOMO. No, ma'am, FOMO. I'm going to start calling you FOMO. You're going to respond to it. Espro, IC, SHP8, top 4 stocks to watch. I'll say, let's see what else we have moving back up here. Anything else? Anything else moving at all team? I think that was really about it. Cookies, that's just too low volume in my opinion. FWBI's done in my opinion. Any other stocks to add to that? For top 4 stocks to watch? I'm pretty sure those would be about it, right? IC's done. Let's see, IC room for another run if it, so I feel if it can hold 15, if it holds 15. Okay, so you're saying if, Yuko Ellen, you're talking about if we're asking for another run in IC, does it have another run in it? If IC can get over 15 and hold 15, yeah, for sure. You know, if we can get over 15, unlike right here, and actually hold it, and then, yeah, I could see another run from IC 100%. It honestly does look like it is in squeeze mode. I mean, you can't lie about that it could easily squeeze at any moment off this nice little shelf that we have here. And that's why it's either or. You know, that's why we don't get in here and just wait. Overall, could easily crack right here at 14.6 and dump right on down. You guys are the Baconator. Now I'm truly getting hungry, even though I just had a freaking double stuffed cheeseburger last night. Got the goods over here, team. We get the goods. I'm telling you, you're gonna eat good at the next seminar. We're gonna do a night. We'll get us a little house, a little Airbnb, and come on over. See how many cheeseburgers Det can eat. See how many. What do y'all think? 10? 7? We'll have a cheeseburger eating contest. I'm down. Just to show you, team, how easy this is. This time I went cube cheese. I always do different cheese on the middle this time, just so you can see here. I went with that cube cheese in the middle. So, you know, go with a little cube cheese overall. So, you know, put the cube cheese in there. Then, boom, you top it off with another small little patty. I don't show it when it closes off fully, but then, then you can really mush it all together and get that closed off. And, boy, you just enjoy a good old night out. 69 degrees last night here in Arkansas after some good rain. Oh, team, I'm telling you right now, you just have no idea. Look at these. Look at the smoke. Look at the smoke, team, and these cheeseburgers right here. Just barely comes out. Just barely comes out right there. That's where it's at. Look at this, just smoking that meat. Just smoking it. Just kind of, I do at the very end after it's all kind of, just to see how, so you can see how much it just sits over here and just smokes it up. Oh, man, team. Now I'm hungry now. You've officially gotten me hungry. I see needs to die. I see that. Renard wants some Baconator. Alex Vaughn, stop. Oh, man. I'm telling you, team, I love cooking. Renard, yeah, I'm telling you, team. Good. Alan's hungry now. Good. See? FOMO. I told you, FOMO. Discipline, team. Be doing that some more this week. You know, taking a night off from grilling out for sure, but there'll be some more cooking for sure. Heading into the weekend. That's almost every weekend in the fall I'm out there on that smoker. Just, I mean, like literally the next day, even after I shower sometimes I'm like, I still smell like it. All right, let's go over these last bit of stocks to look at overall, team. I would say Espro. Put these out there once more for you. I would not worry about higher. No offense there, Deck, but I would not look at higher. Higher makes me want to fall asleep. So I would look at Avia if you're looking for a little bit slower player that's not as slow as higher. This ain't going anywhere. This right here, you might as well just put this in one of those barrels and burn it. I would be definitely looking at Avia before that for sure. It's going to move a little bit more for you. And again, see where we got the last bounce play at, say, 208, 209, 210. There's your bounce play. Look for one possibly off this 202-ish area, back through the VWAP. Maybe come down here and find one off this 195-ish area, 193 area. S-Pro, how to trade it, what you're looking for. Or even right at the very end, look at this beautiful downtrend, right? So we have this gorgeous, which we didn't even get back up into it, but you can see what I was saying. Look at the downtrend starting to form a little bit right here. So you, come on, break the downtrend right there overall, right? So we break the downtrend, pops back up over 220, 225-ish area. That would be your long up to that high of day area test, though, especially over 230. Avia could get to rolling a little bit more. So Avia, those would be your areas to look for. Bounce plays, and of course shorts. We know underneath that area of support when it cracks, it's going to be good short ops. S-Pro, here's your short. The first round one, the trend line underneath 170 because it has just been riding up that 9 EMA all morning. When it cracks that, it's going back down to 1.6. Cracks 1.6. We're going back down to the VWAP in 1.4 area, and that's where your shorts are really going to start paying off even more. If you're looking to go long, what are we looking for, team? We're going to be looking to go back over 1.8, 185 to a high day test to 2. You're looking for a bounce play. I would go down here to the 140-ish area in the VWAP for your bounce play. Haven't bounced there yet. I see a decent bounce awaiting. I don't know why I even have this one on watch, honestly. Might as well put this in a barrel and burn it too. Now, there is an opportunity over higher, in my opinion, to actually squeeze, because this setup that it's actually in. This is in a setup to squeeze right now and pop, or even possibly get a good short and drop. That would be the only reason I have IC on watch. It has 100 million plus float, not really moving too much in my opinion. And the top mover of them all that could roll and rock and roll would be SHP8, our shrimps play for the day. We are just not getting over 26.5 and holding it. So if we can, maybe that becomes a possibility. The great short's going to be underneath this bounce area. Bounce, VWAP cracks. Boy, it's going to be great. Kookie, there, K-U-K-E, was kind of on watch. You could tell I kept going over to it. The volume was super light, and I think it maintains that way. So any of these small pops you do see, unless volume stays at 100,000 a clip every 3 minutes here. So we have 100, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Maybe even more than that. It stays around for 10, 15 of those candles. Then you could worry about, hey, let's get a trade on it. Otherwise, I bet it's going to be this. Up with one big candle, down. Up with one big candle, and watch it come right back down. Chance SPY stay over 390 today. SPY. Let's go back to the SPY real quickly. Oh, man, it's right at it right now. Daryl, that's like saying, man, do I want a double stuffed cheeseburger or do I want some tacos? Because I love both so freaking much. I could not choose. I would have to have both. You'd just be like, shoot me. I can't do one. I can't decide. So right now, I would say if the SPY to hold 390, because we are over 390 right now, Daryl, as we're looking at it, to close over 390, in my opinion, we need to get back over 392. If we don't get back over the VWAP in 392, I think closing over 390 today is going to be very, very hard. And I think we see another pullback, and it's going to close somewhere around 390, if not lower. Hey, AK in the level 2, green are buyers, and red are, yes, exactly, 100%, boss. All right. Any last questions, any comments, any concerns that you have right now, hit me up or forever hold your peace. Anything else you need from me right now, team, hit me up. Here's, again, trying to copy and paste. You need any extra help from me, here's my website. Prime Trading Investments is the name of the website. So Prime Trading Investments, if you need any extra one-on-one time, want to come over and ask me questions, want to go over trades, whatever it might be, come over and let's get that one-on-one help. And then, of course, there is where all my videos are over on YouTube, right there. So I know I have Instagram. You can go watch some cheeseburgers and paradise and many animals. And there are stock-related events that happen on my Instagram for sure. Everything over on YouTube is stock-related. I say almost all of it, but most of it is for the most part. S-Pro, yes. So S-Pro, we'll go back over to it. So there you go. Look at this real quickly. As I said, what I talk about, your better entry is the trend line crack, right? That's your initial entry. Once 1.7 cracks, then we can go down to 1.6. 1.6 crack, and the trend line cracks, you go down some more. So the original trend line crack right there is paying off nicely. Now the 1.7 shelf cracks helping that out even more. Good job there, Mr. Allenskis. D-Solid just woke up from a nap after seeing IC 3 times successfully. Shortly, you coming back later today. Oh, no, I'm done. D-Solid, so my schedule. My schedule is only Monday through Thursday lunch hours. I never do anything besides Friday, and I do Friday afternoon. So my schedule is Monday through Thursday for lunch. And then after that, it is on Friday. So I'll always put this out there. So my schedule. I swear it's like substitute teacher when it's not me. My schedule is Monday through Thursday, 12. Chill out right now. I'm losing it because you guys are very undisciplined. No, undisciplined, and I can't stand it. Man, I'd have been probably good in the military, huh? 12 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then all day Friday. I'll put that over my alerts chat as well. I will start going live, and I'll probably plan on doing that this week, Thursday and Friday. I plan on going live with you guys in the morning. So you get some alerts with me. Come over and trade live with me like we've done in the past few, try to do that in August a little bit more with you guys. But on Thursday and Fridays, come over and trade live with you guys. So you can come over and get my alerts with me. Come over and, of course, get my alerts, whatever it might be, but also trade with me and see what I'm trading. Yeah, let's see, don't have any shorts, but let's just, there you go. So there we go. Yeah, so that's it, yeah. Monday through Monday, and we'll get on no deck. We'll talk more about that, probably maybe even moving forward into next year. Me going live, maybe more so. Maybe doing morning and lunch. So I do live morning commentary, so not as long as decks, like I normally do. Get my live lobby up like 30-45 minutes for the opening bell. You guys then come matriculate on over. I go live 10-15 minutes for the opening bell. First 45 minutes or so, first hour after the opening bell. Sometimes I'll go a little bit longer if time permits it and there's trades to be had, and then take that small break before I go live for lunch. Any questions you have, team? Is that it? Otherwise, thank you all for coming on over here. Clay, if you're still sticking around, it's time to get that hog call out. Definitely had a good weekend. Hopefully you all had a great Labor Day weekend as well. Nice to see you all back here for Money Tuesday. Now we're heading into Hump Day before we even can pretty much blink an eye, as we're about to be into Wednesday tomorrow, team. J Bar, Clay, no, Yuko Allen, D. Sarley, Daryl, Tony, Renard, Alex Vaughn, J Bar though, Sussy coming on over. Let's see here, Sean World, Trader L's, I'm gonna start calling you Miss Disciplined, Royal, all you guys for Vegeta. My girls, Geek Bomb, Miss Boss. If you're all still over here, thank you guys for Paula for coming on over today, every day. Gator Trader, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Sean Skis, have a good rest of your day, team. I love each and every one of you, just like I love these undisciplined puppies I have over here. But I'll discipline yet. I will discipline them yet. They will be the best puppies of all time. They are honestly really ridiculously good puppies. I just try to, give them a hard time like I give anyone else. Doing very good, though. You guys are doing real good, you sleepy little baby girls. Love you guys. Have a good rest of your day. See you all back here tomorrow in the morning. We'll definitely try to get some alerts out. Be back in the morning, when Deck's going live, so you can see my alerts. I'll try to put them in both lobbies as well, so you can see what I'm trading, what I'm looking to trade. My goal, as usual, or at least as of recently, try to go live with you maybe on Thursday and Friday. Also have a day where I get options in this week where I practice some options. Austin Trader, nice to see you, baby boy, in chat. Thank you as well. Team, have a good rest of your day. And here we go. This was at... We got old Garth Brooks. That's right. The old Garthinator. That's right. All right. So here's how we do it, team. It starts with a little woo, and then you go pig, and then you say suey. And it sounds a little something like this. Ooh, pig, suey! Now, I'm not going to get too high because our hogs aren't that great yet, but we are pretty darn good, and I like my hoggies. Team, have a good rest of your day. See you all back here for again tomorrow morning for some alerts, then tomorrow for lunch for commentary. Have a good rest of your day, team. See you all back here tomorrow. Trying to find something decent to go out on, and a stupid, I can't play. Oh, here we go. There's some old school mix from the 80s. Let's go 80s mix music. Lost Boys and Lost Girls. Let's get it in 3, 2, 1 with the sweet Stranger Things Miami Vice music in the background. Bangarang!
my beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream, but life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
Everybody wanna know why I'm walking around with a big smile on my face. Hey, I'm happy and it shows. Hey, I'm back and I'm part of the human race. 'Cause you know I've been down so long. Never thought I'd ever feel this way again. And everything was going wrong till you found me and you made me believe again.
Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah. Get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling, yeah. if you're looking for devotion, talk to me. Come with your heart in your hand, because my love is guaranteed. So baby, if you want me, you've got to show me love. Words are so easy to say. You've got to show me love. You've got to show me
Sweet love of mine, destruction ain't a crime for those who find life is a game like you and I. Go dancing in the waters of all the tears we have cried. Oh boy, we're fine. Do you remember our time?
Shallow
I don't know just how it happened. I let down my guard. Swore I'd never fall in love again, but I fell hard. Guess I should have seen it coming. Caught me by surprise. Wasn't looking where I was going. I fell into your eyes. You came into my crazy world like a cool and cleansing rain. Before I knew what hit me, baby, you were flowing through my veins. I'm addicted to you. Hooked on your love like a powerful drug. I can't get enough of. Lost in your eyes, drowning in blue, out of control. What can I do? I'm addicted to you. Midnight blows hitting through the window, dances round the room. Got me hypnotized, I'm getting high on the perfume. I couldn't live without you now. I know I'd go insane. I wouldn't last one night alone, baby. I couldn't stand the pain.
I've been weak, things get tough. Sometimes my knees can barely hold me up. I'm no fool, but it's sad. You gotta walk a mile to get out of my head. Going in, tasty luck. Take a little bit and baby, don't you give up. Get your life, give a damn. You gotta make a move to show me where we can stand.
Lay me down in darkness. Tell me what you see.
Love is where the heart is. Show me I'm the one, tell me I'm the one that you need. Come across that sea. Through the darkness, you'd hide with me. Like the wind, we'd be wild and free. You said you'd follow me anywhere. Through your eyes, tell me you won't be there. And the truth I fear, my heart is beating, I can see clear how I'm wishing that you were here. You said you follow me anywhere, but your eyes tell me you won't be there. I gotta learn how to love without you. I gotta carry my
brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, sister, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Brother, do you still believe in one another? Hey, sister, do you still believe in love? I wonder. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't
put me together. These are the days we've been waiting for. On days like these, who could ask for more? Keep on coming, 'cause we're not done yet. These are the days we won't regret. These are the days we won't forget. These are the days we've been waiting for. Rattle the cage and slam that door, and the world is calling us, but not just yet. These are the days we won't regret. These are the days we won't forget. Out on the midnight, the wild ones howl. The last of the lost boys have thrown in the towel. We used to believe we were stars aligned. You made a wish and I fell out of time. Flew, cut through all over town. You made me bleed when I look up and you're not around, but I'm in pieces. Pick me up and put me together. These are the days we've been waiting for. On days like these, who could ask for more? Keep on coming, 'cause we're not done yet. These are the days we won't regret. These are the days we won't forget. These are the days we've been waiting for. Neither of us knows what's in store. You just roll your window down and place your bets. These are the days we won't regret. These are the days we'll never forget. And these are the days. And these are the days. Step out into dawn. You pray till the lights come on, and then you feel like you've just been born. Yeah, you come to raise me up when I'm beaten and broken up, and now I'm back in the arms of love. And I think I just died. I think I just died. Yeah, I think I just died. I think I just died. I went to heaven. I went to heaven. I went to heaven. I think it just died. I went to heaven. I'm hit by a loving truck, and now you could come to raise me up. And I think I just died. I think I just died. Yeah, I think I just died. And went to heaven. Went to heaven. Well, there's a will, there's a way, kinda beautiful. And every night has its day, so magical. And if there's love in this life, there's no obstacle that can't be defeated. For every tyrant to tee up all the vulnerable. In every loss, all the bones of a miracle. For every dreamer, a dream we're unstoppable. With something to believe in. Monday